Many years ago, I did a vow on my dragon's path. I gave myself to the dragon, and I gave myself to the dragon gods. I actually gave myself to my dragon eye. All of the dragon gods and dragons that are inside of my dragon eye, they can do to me whatever they desire. That is what I said inside of a ritual. A ritual that was very sincere, very meant. I was sitting in front of my altar, and I was actually ready to and preparing myself to give myself to the dragon. And this was a ritual completely made by myself. I lay down on my back, and so I actually was talking to the dragon and saying to the dragon, please come to me. And so the dragon came, the dragon god as well. The dragons from my dragon eye were there, and coming over from toe to head, touching it all the time, always. And I was actually also going one step further by giving a drop of blood on my dragon altar to say that whatever is mine is now also yours. We are one. So eventually, whenever you do something like this, you become one with your dragon eye. It's not that your dragon will do to you whatever they want, of course not, but you will become actually one with your dragon eye. So you are actually becoming one. You cannot forget about that. Um, so actually, whatever you are is then becoming the dragon's property. And whatever is the dragon's property will be blessed by the dragon. So you will become blessed, but you will become also a property of the dragon. And once you are like this, I wouldn't show yourself to any other kind of religion or gods, because that eventually, because you are blessed by a god, you are blessed by the creator, but the other gods will not be that fond of you because you made your choice. You belong in the dragon's path and the dragon's realm. You are one with the dragons. You are blessed by the dragons and you are awakened by the dragons. So now you are the dragon's property. Not that the dragon will do to you whatever they want, but they can communicate with you. They can touch you and they can come to you whenever they desire. And they come a lot. They come a lot with you because your desire is as well to be with the dragon. So it's actually a very interesting thing to do, my brothers and sisters, to create your homemade ritual for the dragon, to say to the dragon that you are theirs. So this is actually 100% witchcraft, draconic witchcraft, but it's also a way to say to the dragon that you trust them, that you want to be with them. So whenever you are doing something like this, this will become for all eternity. Keep that in mind. It's not with a reverse Uno card that you can do this on the other, that you can undo it. But I know that you don't want to undo it. I know that you desire for the dragon, and I know that you actually desire to be with them, that they desire to be with you as well. But yeah, something happened, my brothers and sisters, and I wanted to share this with you. You know, I am, and I can say and proudly say, that I am the dragon's property, and I am one with my dragon's eye. I love all of my dragons, and I love the dragons with you. That is the reason why I do this. I love your dragon, and you should love your dragon as well, because I know you do. I know you love your dragon. And I know that one day you will do some ritual like this, a ceremonial way to show the dragon that you love them. But yeah, once you do, you are on the dragon's path and the dragon's property, and every single god on the other side, other gods, for example, gods that are worshipped very much, will see this, will eventually don't like it, and all of the people who are actually blessed by other gods will not like it. That is the reason, my brothers and sisters, why many years ago I entered the church, and I was glowing red completely, that I had to go out of this church. Even it was a funeral of my grandmother, I had to go out because it was like I weighed 1,000 kilos, and I had to go out because I couldn't breathe anymore. And when I was putting out my vest, everyone was saying, "What is happening to you? You're so red." And when I was going out of the church, everything seemed to be gone. It's like really something strange, very strange. I didn't even realize whatever was going on. But yeah, I have to admit, my brothers and sisters, I sometimes, because I am on the dragon's path, and sometimes I get answers from the dragon, and I know what the other side is. I know what eventually heaven and hell is. It's the realm and the void. But a lot of people actually, yeah, especially here in Belgium, it's Catholicism is very heavily practiced, and so you cannot turn your back, or anything actually here is devoted to Catholics, and you have to kneel. It means that you have to kneel down before people that claim themselves to be saints. And I really, really dislike that, especially since what the dragon have shown me so many things on the other side, what actually the truth is on the other side, what actually the truth is of gods and guardians and angels. Whenever you know the truth, whenever the dragons has told you something so secretly, you sometimes you become angry with other religions because they're lying. These gods are lying, and the people who are following them are lying most of the time to get power out of it. Most of the time religions are based because are established because people want power. And so in Belgium there are a lot of places that are devoted to Catholicism, and really I sometimes have this way to mock them because and that is my sorry that I do this, but sometimes I do this with my mask. Sometimes I wear a mask in front of my video, and before my black mask I had a red mask, a red one. But something happened to it. I had this habit to put this mask on some saints. Whenever I see a statue of a saint or a cross, I had this habit to hang it on this cross, so to dishonor it, actually. Sorry that I do this. Sorry I did this. But whenever you know things, how it always is, then sometimes you are angry how religions are made. All for power, it's all artificial. So, but these gods don't really mind that, because these gods actually have power because of this. I don't really know what Catholics actually really, really worship, because I have an idea that most of the Catholics don't even realize what they are worshipping, because I feel very, very bad sometimes whenever I enter something like this. I was entering an outside church some months ago, and really I wanted to make a video in this place, but this my smartphone went out for 5 times, and not just out, complete out. I had to put in all the codes again, and 5 times on the same place it was out. I said, that is just darn strange. Why is this happening? And so I was going inside of this outside church. I said, it's outside. It's not inside, so nothing can happen. Wrong, because after a while, after my 5th attempt, I was having these same things that I cannot breathe anymore. I said, what is going on? Of course, it was cold. I was saying it's cold, probably because of that. And then I said, I'm going to take some pictures with my mask on all of these saints. And one day after, one day after it, I was taking my mask to make a video from it, and this is actually what my mask is now. I take it from my backpack, and this has happened for no reason. I put it on these saints. Of every saint, but the last saint I put it off, and it didn't even have a face. It was really creepy, but it also felt bad, really bad, that there was some voices that were saying, get away from there, and I know it's my dragon, get away from this place, this is not your place. And really, it was not my place. It was like everything was chasing me out of that place, the same as everything was chasing me out of that church, because everything inside of this church is also a donation for some kind of a god, even though the worshippers might not even know what kind of a god they worship, but they are all donations for another god. And just as you are a donation for your gods, for your dragons, you belong in a safe place where the dragons are, and they belong in a different realm, different dimension. I don't know if it's dark or light, but I know one thing: I didn't belong there. Even though my entire family, almost my entire family, devoted themselves to that. And whenever I said I don't devote myself anymore to that, I go to the dragon. I'm on the dragon's path. Even though they don't like it at all, but I changed my ways and I gave myself to the dragon. And I am now a property of the dragon. You can say that people from other spiritualities or religions might not do the same with me on my dragon altar. For example, if someone takes a blessed item away from your dragon altar, that is not a good idea, because that is stealing from the dragon. And whenever someone does harm to you, even if it's just a human or God, your dragon will respond, because you are on the dragon's path. But not only that, you are the dragon's property. You don't steal from the dragon, and you don't hurt something from the dragon, because you are a child of the dragon and you devoted yourself to them. You devoted yourself to the dragon's eye. That is also what I did. I devoted myself to the dragon's eye and the dragon gods, and I love them very much to it. But there are much more powers, you can say, much more gates, and every single gate has a different creator. You belong in the dragon's gate, wherever the dragon gods are. But some people and some animals, they belong somewhere else. And what kind of an energies are those? I don't know. But I'm not going to explore it anymore, because I was mocking it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the energy of this Catholicism, whatever here in Belgium is worshipped. And whenever I'm doing this, whenever I do a mask on it, it's like, to dishonor it a bit. But yeah, with consequences. It really, from nowhere, it was cracked into. And I was so surprised by it. And that last thing that I did was to put this mask on all of these saints. So yeah, on the dragon's property, you have to stay away from it. But also on the property of different gods. In my eyes, these gods are nothing at all like the dragons. The dragons are creators. The dragons are a balance of light and dark. And the other gods are nothing for me. Nothing. That I wanted to say to the people. That was actually my statement. They are nothing to me. But for the gods themselves, yeah, they might not like it. They might not like it that I mock them. That I mock their presence, and I mock their energy, and I mock their world. Just simply because everyone bows down for it. I said I do not bow down for you. I only bow down for the dragon. But yeah, a place that is blessed can also be cursed.